This movie is what everyone described as all the hype that you might have heard about Bring Her Back. It's unsettling, it's gross, and honestly, it feels evil as hell. And I shouldn't be surprised. This is coming from the Philippou brothers, who did Talk to Me, which was one of my favorite horror movies in the year that it came out. And I think they doubled, tripled down on the atmosphere and really went up like times 10 on the creep factor. And the way they utilize their actors is what really is impressive. Sally Hawkins, who's someone that we usually see as a mother figure in movies and the nice person, the nice neighbor, they utilize that aura and charisma that she has in her films and turn it on its head in a very evil way that's very realistic, that we've seen cases of people who are foster parents abusing or mismanaging the kids that they're fostering at the time for their own gain. She plays a grieving mother who has lost a child, and the way they weaponize her motherly feeling that she gives off, I was feeling it watching the movie, is diabolical. I really enjoyed her performance a lot. She takes in these two kids who are also grieving because they just lost their father, and the way their dynamic is really sweet in the beginning of the movie. And while the film hinted at a deeper subject matter about how some foster parents do abuse their foster kids and take them in and they're not checked on until it's too late, especially kids of color, I wish it went a little deeper into that subject matter to really elevate the story, but what they did was fine. Sally's performance is fantastic, one of the best of 2025, and if the Academy didn't snub horror so much, she would be in conversation for Best Actress. The grief she carries in the film and the determination she has to pull off the plan that she has to bring her daughter back is outright evil, but you also feel sympathetic towards her because you understand where she's coming from and how someone could get pushed this far. But luckily enough, she's not alone in giving a strong performance. All three kids that are part of the main cast of this movie did a really stellar job in what they were given. While I do think all three kids knocked it out of the park, I think Jonathan Wren Phillips, who plays Oliver, the kid that's on the poster, in the trailers, looks really, really creepy throughout all the marketing, does a fantastic job as the character, not only playing this very mute, stoic character to a character that looks like it's trying to leave their own body, to this really creepy looking kid that's going to haunt my dreams for the rest of the year. They did a fantastic job throughout. And the two kids that were brought in by Sally Hawkins' character and Foster, they had such great chemistry with each other. They brought so much depth to their characters individually and as together, and I immediately bought into them as family and wanted to see them survive this situation and go on this journey. And the best part of this movie is the fact that it's a drama with horror smashed into it, and I think if you take the horror aspects out, the drama aspects is still strong enough and compelling that you could just watch it and not worry about when the next scare or gory moment is going to happen. When it comes to the scares and the actual horror aspect of the film, the movie is a gory movie that will make some people feel sick because of the implications of certain scenes. And while I don't think the gore is so over the top, if you're like a horror fan and seen some of the crazy horror gore movies that we've gotten in recent, it's because of the implications of what's happening to the kids that make you wince. Everybody in my crowd just felt really uncomfortable. I felt myself shrinking into my chair and folding my legs and kind of watching the movie through my eyes at one point because of what was going on. There's some really gnarly stuff in this movie. And as the movie progressed, I just felt more unsettled and more drawn in to this unnerving atmosphere. And I haven't felt like this since seeing Hereditary. The one fault in the movie I feel like is really, really predictable almost from the beginning of the movie, while the film's execution of classic tropes feels kind of unique to itself. I don't think there's any film that feels like this year or even the last couple of years, but we've seen all these things before, whether it's in television shows or in movies before. The strange foster parent takes in kids and then starts doing weird stuff. We've seen that before. I just think that the drama and the way everything was written is why this movie shines, but I wish there was some twists and turns or more layers added to it so it wasn't so predictable on where everything was going to lead to. But luckily this creative team did a good job of crafting characters that were very, very compelling and you were invested in, so you just wanted to go along in this journey and see where it ends and where everyone ends up after the crazy horrific satanic stuff goes on. The atmosphere, the violence, the demonic imagery throughout the movie just feels downright evil. It feels like this is something you shouldn't be watching, honestly. It feels like something that happened in real life and you're like, oh, this is a lot, and it's gonna be a lot for some people. Some people, if you're like a horror aficionado, it's gonna be like whatever. I've seen this before, but I think that a lot of people are gonna really enjoy the execution of this film, and I am one of them. The movie really explores how grief can lead you to destroying everything around you, plus yourself, in the lengths that someone will go to bring a loved one back or see them again or have a feeling of them around. And it takes that to the next level in what this main character is trying to do, while these two other characters that are grieving are trying to just figure out life on their own. And I think that they did a really good job. The Philippou brothers are 2 for 2 for me in terms of exploring all these ideas and making me feel unsettled. While I do wish Bring Her Back dived into some themes that they kind of went on the surface level with and had bigger horrific moments that could have made it been on one of the top horror movies that we had in a long time, this is still extremely great time in the theaters. I didn't want to see this on streaming at all after having that theatrical shared experience with everyone in the crowd and everybody jumping and kind of feeling while watching this movie. So I highly recommend checking this out in theaters. It's really a great time if you like these kind of movies. And I'm gonna give Bring Her Back a B. What do you think about Bring Her Back? Drop in comments down below and let me know. And the question of the day is, what's your favorite movie where there's two siblings who are from different parts of life, they come together and have a relationship in terms of like a brotherly relationship? No weird stuff. Drop your comments down below and let me know. And you watch more content right now.